Hello, everybody. How are we doing on a day like today? Let me close out some of these tabs. Whoops. And it is time for some chess. Let's play e4 and see what he does. He plays e5. Let's try Roy Lopez this time instead of playing bishop c4. Just to switch it up. Switching it up is always good, I think. I don't know, but I think. Okay. I really should know this deeper, shouldn't I? But I don't. So what are you going to do? I'm going to play like this. I don't know if this is anything, but oops. Another login detected. Whatever. I think I'm going to do this now and just see what happens. Hopefully he takes so that I can have this c3 square for my knight, because I'm pretty sure that's where my knight wants to be. He doesn't take. He plays that. I can kind of kick this knight back to its original square. Might be something I want to do. Probably something I want to do. Should I just do it and stop talking about it? I'm going to do it and stop talking about it. Unless he goes to a5. But then it gets... Okay. Yeah. Good. So I could try and just keep him out with c4. Might be interesting. I should also develop, though, is the only problem. Let's see if I can get him to take this knight, because I would love that. I can't quite get him to take the knight. Okay, I don't want to get overextended here. I don't want to block the e-pawn with the bishop. What if I play... What's he threatening? I don't know. He has way better development than I do, though. Like, just being flat out honest. So I'm thinking about bishop g4, g5. And then knight d2. Maybe just giving up my... No, I don't want to give up my dark square bishop. I don't know what to do. I definitely don't want to reroute this bishop to the h7 b1 diagonal, because this e4 pawn would be in trouble then. Let's do this and then play c4 and knight c3. I have to watch out for this pin, though. That's the real liability, that this piece is pinned, and my light square bishop is really nowhere to protect this, to protect e2, like to get on e2 and protect the pin. And I don't really want to play g4 unless like some exact combination follows where I feel I'm just better. So let's just wait and see what he does. I think c4 is, it's a little late actually. I can't play c4 now because then he gets knight d4. And then we're in trouble. I could double the pawns. I could double the pawns. I'm just going to take the knight and then play here. And then play shoot, I'm repairing his pawn structure now. What if I play c4 first, takes. No. No good. No good. This is not looking good. How do I fix it? How do I fix it? I don't really want to repair the pawn structure. I don't want to lose a pawn, though, so I think I have to repair the pawn structure. I don't see anything else. And then play knight c2. These pawns look very, very scary. Yeah. I think I just got to take this. That pawn was kind of a weakness anyway. And now this e5 pawn seems to be a little weak. Did I just win the e5 pawn? I don't want to get caught in anything here, but I think I did. Okay, cool. I have 5 minutes 27 seconds. He's got 7 minutes, around 8 minutes actually. So should I just come back? Should I just come back? I think so. Okay, I gotta get the pieces out now. It's time to solve these issues. I don't really care if he takes the dark square bishop. I just don't really care about that. Knight d4 looks to be a really good place for the knight. That can never be kicked, so that's good news. Still though, this pin is unpleasant. But now I can move the queen. Now I can move the queen. Because the knight on d4 is protecting the knight on f3. So I think that might resolve some of my issues. And I might just be a pawn up here, which would be great news. I'll recapture like this, pre-move. And then if he doesn't take that, I'll probably play bishop g5. No, I won't, because I would just be dropping it because the knight is protecting that square. So I won't do that. That would be a bad idea. I gotta watch out for this battery on the dark squares, especially if he takes my dark square bishop. Goodness me, excuse me. I'm yawning I'm yawning like something. Okay. These pawns are weak. I want to pick them up real bad. How do I go about doing that? I could try and double. I could play rook e5. Putting a tempo on the bishop. If he takes the knight, I'll just take with the knight. And start putting some pressure on d5. So I'll redo this capture. He might take the knight with the bishop, though. And then I have to take with the knight. I didn't really see that. But f2 is protected, so I guess I'm not that worried about that. Okay, I'm gaining a little time on the clock, but still the clock should be of utmost importance here. Should definitely be something I'm paying attention to. Okay, now it's double. This bishop has a lot of squares, but nothing's on the squares, so what's the worst that can happen? Okay. Knight g5 comes to mind. Knight g5 comes to mind. Because then I could threaten just taking the bishop and getting 2 pieces for the rook. I think. Which I would happily do. But is that where the knight wants to be, really? I like how it's protecting this knight here. Is there something better? This pawn's been in pretty. What if I just play a3? Shore it up a little bit. How long has that been in pre? Probably a while. Oh, not a while. Yeah. Okay, so what's going on here? I don't really know what's going on here. Oh, the rook would be in trouble here. Is what's going on here. The rook is in trouble here. Yikes. Okay. Should I just get the rook out of there? Shoot! This is getting interesting now. If I move this knight, he wins the rook. If he takes this knight, I can recapture with this knight, though. So, what should I be doing here? Maybe just queen here, try and get a queen trade? Let's do that. Obviously, his bishops are really good, but I think my knights are pretty decent too, honestly. And my rooks are already doubled. And that seems like what their objective should be. I really want this knight to not be on the square so that I can play rook takes e4, pawn takes, and then play rook takes c5 and get both bishops for one rook. But the reason that I can't do that now is because after he recaptures this rook and I take this bishop, he has pawn takes knight, which is just not what I want to do. Okay, so now some things start happening here. Because this pawn is pinned, this knight is pinned, but he can't really kick it, so I'm not really worried about that. I want to move forward with this attack because it looks vicious. Like, look at the queen. It's in a really, really strong place. Huh. I just don't know what to do here. What about this move? Then he plays bishop takes. I play pawn takes, he plays queen takes, I play knight takes. He gets this pawn on b2. It gets really crazy then. It gets really crazy there. I have 13 seconds. Oh, gosh. Too much thinking, man. Why aren't you guys yelling at me, huh? You guys should be yelling at me. Way too much thinking. Wow, way too much thinking. I didn't even see that happening. I should have just gave the pawn back and won this ending because my rooks are just so good. 12 seconds. Do I have something mystical? Most likely not would be my first guess. I'm just going to march this h-pawn after he plays g6 and just hope for the best. He doesn't. Oh, the queen's protecting it. Let's see if I can misplace her. This is ridiculous. I've got 3.6 seconds. If he plays queen c3, I'm going to play rook e3. And it's getting crazy. Pinned. .8 seconds. He's going to play g6. If so, I'm going to play h4. Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! No way! No way! Oh, I just got so lucky. Terrible time management. Terrible time management. Wow. What a game. What a game. This got a little hairy here. I like this queen move. I like it. I like that queen move. But that queen move's good too. And then this was just, I had 12 seconds left here. 12 seconds left on move 25. Like, black's definitely equal here. Man, I mean, my rooks are doubled, but how much is that going to do in this endgame? I don't think a lot. All he has to do, I mean, it's good of him to see that the queen's protecting the square, but still, prophylactically speaking, g6, I've got 10 seconds left. Now it just gets weird, and it's pinned. It's pinned. And now still all he has to do is play g6. And he tries to unpin. Wow. What a game. Awesome. Thanks for watching, guys.